where best friends and next-door neighbors, Willow and Lillian, spill the tea on murder, mysteries, and other things that go bump in the night. So get your favorite teacup ready, and let's get into it. Welcome to Cruelty Podcast. This is Lillian, and with me is Merris.
Hello.
Because it's Merris Monday.
Oh.
I hope you guys had an okay Christmas and you didn't want to go play in traffic or anything.
Unless that's what you wanted for Christmas.
Well, then I can't stop you, I guess.
Anyway, dead now.
We're just going to leave that alone. So I realized something the other day when I was thinking of Merris Monday, which I do sometimes.
Oh, what was it?
And I realized I have missed out on a whole section of weirdness.
What is that?
That I could have been covering.
What is it?
Cursed objects.
Oh. We did dolls, didn't we?
We did one doll, and it was haunted, not cursed. There's a fucking difference.
I don't think so.
Bitch, there is.
Fine.
So, why haven't I covered them? I don't know. Merris found this one, though.
Yeah.
And this is the Flaming Hand of Doom.
I've never heard of this, and I sent it to you.
Did you even read it?
No.
Sounds cheery.
Yeah.
It's not. I bet it does a bunch of fun stuff. It doesn't. Like pet kittens. Never.
Nope. But it is a hand, right? It's a hand. A haunted hand.
It's not.
No?
This is a fucking dumb, weird story.
Okay.
So prepare yourself.
I'm prepared.
So in January of 1916, the Prantl family was having a hard time. Rudolph, the youngest son, 18, had died. He'd gotten the flu, and yes, it was probably the Spanish flu.
I was going to sing like Rudolph the Prantl reindeer, but like he died.
He did.
He didn't have a red nose or anything.
He recovered from the flu.
He recovered from death, or?
No, he didn't die yet.
Oh.
He's fixing to.
Okay.
And anyway, he went off gallivanting into the woods in winter and got pneumonia. And it is unclear whether this killed him or a fatal dose of morphine given to him by a nurse.
It's a failed reindeer. Can't go out in the wintertime.
No, as his mother Gottlieba insisted. Regardless, it was a bad blow to the family because Rudolph helped on the family farm. In life, he'd been a tall, strapping lad and very healthy.
Yeah.
Kind of chunky, too.
Not a
He was
reindeer.
robust.
Okay.
He did a lot of the work, and now that work fell to his 16-year-old sister, Clara. And she was the youngest child of the Prantl family, and now she struggled to get his workload done because she's,
She's not a fucking reindeer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
In February, around a month after Rudolph's untimely demise, the family was awakened in the night from their sleep. Because what else would you be awakened from?
I mean, I'm awake all night, so that I could be awake. I wouldn't be awakened in the night, actually.
This is very dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, they heard a loud boom and like a flash of bright white light. Less than 100 feet from the room Rudolph had died in, and in the very field he toiled in, was a meteorite.
Cool.
Yeah. The oldest Prantl son, John, age 22, why couldn't he do the work?
Right,
Whatever,
fucking John Prantl.
rushed outside, and he was the first to see it. But he didn't think it was a meteorite because it looked like a gnarled alien hand that was burned off at the wrist.
That's rad. It's like a mummy hand, right?
He swore he could see the impression of fingernails on it. He reached down and picked it up, but immediately had to drop it because it was so hot it scalded him. Because it was a meteorite and it fell out of the sky.
Fucking idiot.
The wrist was unusually small with what looked like charred bones protruding from it. The thumb and pinky were strangely long. Some of the fingers had what looked to be actual fingernails on them, but it was as hard as stone.
Okay.
Oh yeah, be prepared. This entire story is fucking stupid.
Is it a true story, or?
At first I thought no, but it really fucking is a true
It
story.
is?
Every word of this is true.
Okay, fine.
So, because people in 1916 had fucking nothing to do,
No
I guess,
TV, yeah.
word spread quickly and people from all around came to see the flaming hand. It disrupted work on the farm as the Prantl family would have to stop to grant people access to see it and then explain what had happened. Many people thought it was much more than a space rock. They thought it to be an omen. That Rudolph, from beyond the grave, was asking for help for his family. Or, like Gottlieba thought, that's his mother.
What is it? Gottlieba?
Gottlieba.
What is that? That's not a name.
It is. I Googled it.
Okay.
And spell check said it was correct, too.
I'm going to name our next kid Gottlieba.
Next kid. Shut up. My tubes are tied and you're trans. How's that working?
We'll find one. Maybe it'll come out of the sky like a hand.
I would be real pissed because I'm done with children.
Okay.
Anyway, Gottlieb thought he was seeking vengeance for his untimely death at the hands of a negligent nurse.
Yeah, that she was a bitch, right?
This gets more stupid and crazy as it goes on. Offers to buy the hand off the family came in, but they refused to part with it. Instead, they made a deal with two amusement park men. West Grockett and Thomas Irish, and every single one of these names seems fucking made up.
Do you think Tom is Irish?
He wasn't.
Oh, come on.
He was British, and his family was from England. He was American.
I don't
Whatever.
like that. I don't
Anyway,
approve of that at all.
The Prantl family retained ownership of the hand, and these men would showcase it in their arcadium they'd just built out of a renovated building. What is an arcadium?
Yeah, I want one.
It's an arcade, but an old-timey one.
No,
So
is there no arcades in it? Like no games?
There's games, but they're not arcade games.
Oh.
There's like skee ball and
Checkers.
punch the short person. I don't know.
Stop it. No, that's not an old-timey game.
You'd be in that.
I would. I'd lose.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the short person.
Yeah, I
getting
know.
punched. Like strongman contest or like a patong, that thing.
Yeah.
The patong me.
Okay,
That's
but anyway,
very good.
they put a hand in this thing so everyone
Yeah.
can look at
And
it.
this is on the Atlantic City Boardwalk.
Okay.
And despite them having a carousel and skee ball and a Kentucky Derby style game, I don't know what that means. This was the biggest attraction.
The fucking hand, the rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
The patriarch of the family, Henry Prantl, would give a presentation talking about how the hand was found and the strange things that seemed to happen surrounding it. The strange things never being mentioned in the entire article. And no, there's not a single article other than this one. So, after customers would pay 10 cents to see it, of course, they got a cut of that money.
I mean, if we had microfiche, maybe we could find an article or something. Do you
They
remember microfiche?
Well, they put tons of the articles, every old-timey article about this was in the...
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to know what stuff is happening, but they won't say.
I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh.
Okay, so people wrote to the Prantls suggesting they have their son exhumed to see if his murder could be solved or to see if the flaming hand was actually his hand.
I was about to say that'd be funny if they like dug him up and be like, "This is your hand, buddy."
And then they throw it in there and bury him again.
And take it with you.
Now, there were a lot of scientists who had like looked at it and taken little samples off of it, and they thought the hand was either like a lightning strike that had like formed melted earth into that shape.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, right?
That it was some sort of iron slag or a strange type of meteorite. I'm going to guess meteorite given the original story.
Okay.
The exhibition of the flaming hand lasted only one summer. The next ads that were printed for the Arcadium didn't list the hand anymore, and then the two guys got in trouble and closed down. It was believed for a while that the men running the shows had actually made up the story of the flaming hand entirely, and none of it was real, until all the court documents around the Prantl family came out.
Oh.
Because it happened.
Okay.
Gottlieb believed that Rudolph had sent the hand from heaven to point an accusing finger at the doctor and nurse who she believed had allowed her son to die. So she refused to pay the $30 bill from Dr. Harley, who was Rudolph's doctor, and eventually he sued the Prantls for the amount. The entire family showed up in court in Atlantic City Hall, and they acted the crazy fool the whole time, especially Gottlieb, who was nuts.
Right. Okay, so they made a scene.
Yes, and Dr. Harley said that he had to leave Rudolph in the care of the other physicians present because he had another emergency of equal importance, and the father threatened to shoot him.
Fair.
Gottlieb then fainted in court after wailing inconsolably.
I love her.
They were ruled they had to pay the bill.
Okay. You could sell the hand and pay the bill, yeah?
They would never. Late October of 1916, Henry Prantl was back in court. He sued his neighbor for shooting his dog in the same spot the flaming hand had landed. He sued
The spot.
He sued for $200, and back then that was a lot.
Yeah.
Henry claimed his dog was a fine hunting hound of good pedigree, but witnesses came forward and called the dog an egg-sucking mongrel of the lowest degree.
Oh, that is a sick burn you can't walk away from.
Well, no. I said that is very harsh words for a dead dog.
It really is. They must have hated that dog.
Like, that's a direct quote from the court documents. You egg-sucking mongrel.
I love that.
Anyway, the judge dismissed Hendry's suit, and he didn't see a penny.
Yep.
The following May of 1917, the Prantls sued Dr. Harley and his nurse again, the nurse Emma Thompson. The trial began on November 9th. They were suing them for $200,000. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They even had their own witnesses, other doctors, to testify against Dr. Harley and the nurse.
Jeez.
Emma was not a licensed nurse, but she had a lot of experience, and that thing back then could fly. Like, you could send your kid to the mines. You could be a nurse or a doctor without any degree.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that these guys are a bunch of drama whores.
The Prantls?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of proves it here in a minute. So, yeah, and she was actually out of morphine after giving Rudolph a very small dose to help him not be in so much pain.
Yeah.
And it was in no way could have killed him. He was 182 pounds.
Right, he was huge.
And she gave him a dose that wouldn't even hurt a child.
Right, okay.
Because they gave children morphine a lot back then.
Yeah,
for fun.
they should give me some.
They're like, do this cocaine for the ghosts in your blood.
Oh, okay, I will.
Yeah. Anyway, Father Henry said, give him more. And she said, I can't, I'm out. So seeing she overdosed him on morphine then was
literally
clearly
impossible.
just not a thing that happened. And, yeah, the flaming hand was brought up during the trial, so this is how we know it's real.
Mm-hmm.
This is in the court documents. But the story and origin date changed. During the trial, it was said that the hand fell the year before Rudolph's death as an omen of his upcoming demise.
Mm.
I think the first story is real, like it happened the day after his death.
Okay.
Or the month after Rudolph's death, rather. Like, it was the month to the date of his death.
Yeah.
And this meteorite fell in their field, and then they went stupid.
I'm going to say they always were stupid.
I mean, that's probably true. Okay, so Dr. Harley testified that he sensed that Rudolph wasn't going to improve, and even said he would recuse himself to the parents. He's like, there are many other doctors here seeing to your son, and you don't think I'm doing a good job, so I'm just going to dip.
Yeah.
But they threatened him, and so he stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Like with a gun.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And they told him he was doing a fine job.
Okay, so which is it?
As a result, it took the jury only 6 minutes to dismiss the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the Prantls went on to, live a very long life.
Like assholes tend to do.
I think Gottlieba was 84 when she died in 1952, and Henry Prantl was 88 in 1951.
Right.
Okay, well, what's the doom? There's no doom. The doom is you can't win a frivolous lawsuit?
Yep, that's the doom.
That's the curse?
Yep. And
Are you-
no
wait.
Rudolphs. He has to die.
Rudolphs are right out.
He's right out.
Yes, but my whole theory is this. And they had tons of grandchildren,
Do they
too.
still have the hand? Can we see it?
That's the mystery.
Ugh.
The family miserly held on to. I guarantee you it ended up in a Goodwill somewhere.
Oh.
You know it did. There are
This
pictures
was like
of it.
Georgia. Let's go. We're going.
Okay, there's pictures of it.
Yeah.
Does it look like a hand? And my answer is, no, it fucking doesn't.
Does it look like a meteorite?
It looks like a scraggly mess. It just doesn't look like, it looks like a rock that's weird. That's
Okay.
all it looks like.
Okay.
And I've seen weird shaped meteorites.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many meteorites.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen more meteorites than the average person.
Well, it's because you worked with a dude that found them.
Is famous for finding meteorites.
Yeah, the Meteorite Man actually had a TV show.
He did, and he is just as annoying in person as he was on that show. Actually, more annoying and more
He was
drunk.
absolutely more annoying than that.
He was the most awful person I've ever encountered. He hit on me constantly. He smelled. I can't even begin to tell you. He had a weird lump on his forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed a girl.
Well,
Not
allegedly.
like with a knife or anything. His actions led to the death
We're
of
not
a girl.
discussing that on the podcast.
No, but and he ran a ghost tour thing. He was just a horrible piece of shit, and I hated him. So,
But he did find meteorites.
yeah, he was good at finding them. Actually, the best I hear.
But he's still an asshole.
Still an asshole. No, he didn't literally kill anyone. I want to make that perfectly clear so I don't get sued into oblivion.
Yeah.
But he behaved stupidly. Let's just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's the story of the flaming hand of doom.
Wow.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Wowie zowie.
Yeah, I know. But I'm going to do more cursed objects because now I'm like interested in them.
I know there's a lot of cursed paintings.
There's a lot. I want to do those. I want to do more like cursed, like thimbles. I don't care. Cursed shoe.
Mm-hmm.
You think? Cursed butt plug. I don't know.
Wow, that's something.
It is something.
Yeah.
It's something great. So that's all I have today. But next Merris Monday, we're going to talk about an alien.
An actual one?
Yeah,
or...
a real one that the government supposedly kept around for a while.
They don't usually do that to illegal immigrant or
Oh,
aliens.
no, not that. God damn it, Merris. This is a wreck of an
episode. This episode probably should be burned.
I'm not going to because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
And this is what we have. We're just going to go with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, for legal purposes, all of this is bullshit. That's
bullshit.
Just what I'll say.
100%.
Yeah, we're liars. And I probably made this hand thing up.
Yeah.
Although you'd think if I was going to make it up, I would have made it interesting. Like the hand flies around and jerks you off, and then you die.
It came from a space mummy that fell down to Earth.
That's what like the article was trying to say at the end that I read is that it was possibly a petrified alien hand that fell to the Earth, and I think that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I think they're right.
What the fuck do you think that for?
That's a good theory. I just think it's good.
Fuck it. Fine.
It probably came from the Black Knight satellite, you know?
Yeah, where the alien was dead in there.
Yeah,
like,
it's his coffin. And
like
it
in
fell
the
out.
first Alien, and it's like the space jockey.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's his hand.
That's his hand.
It had a very little wrist, so it was probably your hand.
I do have dainty wrists.
You do. They're very tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's what we have for today. I hope you enjoyed that on your ride to work. And now you know about something stupid you didn't need to know about.
Yep, about a rock that did nothing.
The Prantl family. And I don't know if that's how you say their name, but everyone in this story had a weird-ass, stupid-ass name.
Yeah, it's true.
Thomas Irish. Like, two amusement park men.
John Britton.
There was no John Britton.
I'm just making it up because Thomas Irish.
Oh, God. I can't handle him today. Y'all don't know what it's like.
It's annoying. I'm annoying.
I wouldn't say it's annoying. It's something. He's just very puffy today. Like his tail's puffy. If he had a tail, it would be puffy.
I have a puffy tail.
Anyway, we have another podcast. Do you want to talk about it, Merris?
Welcome to Reality with your host, me, Merris. And my wife Lillian over there.
I'm here.
Anyway, it's a podcast where I talk about reality TV. And that's about it.
Yeah, he says things about the shows he watches.
I'm watching Love is Blind today.
What a terrible show you
I'm
forced
never
me to
gonna watch that one again. I hated it. Anyway.
Yeah, the rest of business time, join our Patreon. You can sit, if you enjoyed this episode for some reason, and you want to give me money because my car exploded, I'm having a real bad time and I'm crying a lot, you can. I have a coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I will also post my Venmo and Cash App.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
You should. You have to.
Don't please. Love of
you
God.
do have to. I'm telling you right now in a hypnotic way.
No, but we have to buy a new car, and it really sucks. I only had my car for like a year and a half, and I'm really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't fair.
No.
And see, y'all, we live rural. There's no Uber or anything. To get a ride to the grocery store costs $47.
At least $800. $800.
Ignore him. He is literally just saying stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to whine too much. You can check out our other podcast, Reality. Like I said, I'll put a link to that in the description. And Reality fans who've written me said, where was the last episode? Well, Spotify for creators just wouldn't work for me, and I had to get on support with them and go through a bunch of dumb troubleshooting. But we back.
Yeah.
We back, and it's all good now.
Mm-hmm.
So enjoy everything like you were previously.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, too, like, why didn't we have an episode Thursday? Because Willow had to work, like, double shifts, and she had no time. So you guys will be getting an extra episode somewhere. We're doing our best. We're just trying. That's all we can do. But until next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Us on your social media platform of choice. Linktree/Cruelty has all the links.
Check out our Patreon for exclusive episodes, merch, ad-free episodes, live ghost hunts, and much more. Please be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded weekly. Thank you so much. See you next time. Music and production by Libby.